whatever I have learned, I have learned. So let him say, why do I have to risk my work and job just because of his one line? If he wants, he can go and learn what he has not done properly at work, or he can say sorry. But he took it in a very negative way, and he says, I quit this job because of this one man. So his whole self-image was totally dependent on that one man, and he left the job and he came back. So what is it? Now, for instance, if I ask you to come and just tell me one nice, a poem or a story, what would happen to you? Anybody come out and tell me some nice joke or some story if I asked you to come and tell me? How much time you would think, or you would start getting scared, or somebody will be very confident and come and say it, or somebody will think 10 times, why should I go, let him go, I don't know anything, I'm not used to talking in public. So what is the kind of self-talk that you are encouraging in yourself helps you to get more self-esteem or low self-esteem. So that depends on how you have created your belief system. Now this belief system is not something that can be made yesterday or today. From childhood we are being conditioned by our parents, by our grandparents, by our peers, by the different people that we meet in our environment. Now how they record you or they put labels on you, oh you're always like that, you're never on time. So you start labeling yourself. I think I'm not punctual, I need to be reaching on time, but I'm always late. So we add words like never, always, you are always like that. So our vocabulary is like that. So when we talk to our children, same way we say, you never know, you always drop things. You never know how to handle a glass. So we label so easily when we talk to people. So labeling is disabling. So always remember that belief systems is something which has been created from childhood. Now how do you have learned certain kind of behaviors. How does a child learn to crawl and then he starts standing up one fine day and then he starts to walk? Because it is learned. Slowly you hold his hand and he'll fall 5 times, again you lift his hand and make him walk. So now he learns that I'm going to walk, I'm going to fall, and then again I'm standing and again I'm walking. So these are learned behaviors. Now your belief system has also been formed by learning. Now what do? Because of your sentimental nature, this Mr. X, he has to unlearn now. It is not learning, now he has to unlearn certain kind of skills which he had developed but which is creating certain kind of problems for him. So what does he do? What do you need to do? You need to go to D. D means to dispute. Dispute with what? Dispute with your B. Dispute with B how? So you have to make the irrational statements that you were talking in your mind more rational. Then what happens? Your anger. This anger gets reduced. Because anger can lead you to a lot of problems later. You can develop ulcers, hypertension, migraine headaches, and will make you more and more destructive. Therefore, what you need to do is to dispute with your B and say, if this man tells me that what management courses have you done, I need to explain to him certain things and I will find my ways. And you don't have to get arguing and disputing with him, but you can dispute with your negative statements and make your irrational thoughts So this positive and negative attitude will create rational thoughts and irrational thoughts. So what you need to do is to make it more and more and more rational. Not that you are going to suppress your feeling. You do not have to do that. But there is a lot of irrationality in your thinking skills. Therefore, thinking skills are very, very important. And then what will be the effect? So, we will come to E. So what will be the effect? The effect will be that you will not feel so angry, but you will feel irritated. You will get disgust. You will feel sad. But it's okay to feel sad. No, why should you feel depressed? It's okay to feel irritated, but why should you feel angry and aggressive? They are two heightened emotions. So, because we are normal human beings, we are going to feel the negative emotions in us. We are not some God sent that we are going to feel all the time positive. We are going to feel irritated. We are going to feel stressed out. We are going to feel tired and upset. But we cannot feel aggressive and depressed. They are very heightened emotions. This is aggression and this is depression. This is very, very, very destructive, which creates a lot of problem in our system. So what we need to do is bring about a big change over here by the D. And then only we will have the effect E. So what happens in stress? Same way, in stress, what is the situation that's causing? Now we need to do introspection. Why am I stressed? Sometimes we don't know why we are stressed, but we are just stressed. You're feeling heavy, you're feeling not up to the mark, you're feeling disgusted. There's something happening to you because probably there's no introspection. So why am I feeling like that? So ask yourself, do introspection, and there'll be 3 powers that you can use. One is acceptance. So the first is acceptance. Second is analysis. The 3 A's that you need to bring out is acceptance. So you accept the problem, that there is a problem. The very fact that we don't accept that there is a problem. You think, no, the problem is not on my side. He is like that. He has created the problem for me. He told me like that, outside. Everything is somebody else. But I am not to be blamed. Very often this is a common problem because there is no acceptance. So why don't you see the problem from an objective point of view? Stand back of yourself and see the problem in front of you. That what is the problem? What is creating stress in me? Now I have to empower myself through certain techniques so that I can fight and struggle with my problem. I don't have to look outside. There's something happening within me that I need to see the problem. So objectively, stand at the back, look at the problem objectively and see where this subjective is getting involved. So what is it? First is acceptance. So you start accepting the problem. There is a problem. There is something which is happening. I'm not comfortable in my office. There's somebody, my manager, my boss is creating big havoc for me. So there is definitely something. So you do acceptance that you know that there is a problem. Second, you do analysis, introspect. Go to it. Where I have put my foot in the wrong peg. Okay? After you do analysis, you break it down into smaller and smaller and smaller slots. And once the smaller slots are reached, your irrationality, This should have been like that. We bring the should. He